In this session, we are going to fix the deadlock issue that we created in our previous session. So as you saw in previous session, we are submitting two transactions. One transaction was taking amount out of account 1 and putting in the account 2, and second was doing exact reverse of it, which is pulling amount out of account 2 and putting into account 1. And both these transactions, if they arrive at this first lock, which is the locking the source account, if they arrive at the first lock, one transaction will lock account 1 while a second transaction will lock account 2, and both of them, if they move forward to the second lock acquisition together, then the second transaction will try to acquire the lock that is already acquired by first transaction, and first transaction will try to acquire lock that has already been acquired by second transaction. So none of these transactions will go past this statement, and they will be stuck forever trying to acquire the lock which is held by other thread and which will never be released. So this is deadlock, and a very good way to resolve a deadlock scenario is to ensure certain sequence of locking. Here the deadlock is happening because two transactions are locking different accounts to begin with. What if they lock the same account, that is both the transactions involve account 1 and account 2? What if somehow we could get both of them to lock the account 1 first and then account 2, irrespective of which account is source and which account is destination for the transfer? That would resolve our deadlock issue. And the way to do that is, there could be various ways to do that, but one of the ways to do that is we can base it on ID, because each account is going to have different ID. So we can have some arbitrary rule saying account with lesser ID will be locked first, followed by account with higher ID. You could do it exactly opposite of it, doesn't matter, but you have to follow certain rules so that the accounts will be locked in particular sequence. So let's do this. If item 1 ID is less than item 2 ID, then we'll lock item 1. Else we'll lock item 2, and then we'll copy this and we'll just change the account that is getting locked. So here, if the item 1 ID is less than item 2, then we lock item 2, otherwise we lock item 1. So we do exact reverse in these two locking statements. Now let's build it and let's run it. So it ran 100 times and it never got deadlocked. Let's end this and let's run it again. Let's run it multiple times just to make sure that it never gets deadlocked. See, every time it's running until the last index, which is 99. Now let's do this. Let's, just to make sure, let's change this 100 to 10,000 and let's run it. So it will keep on going and going and going and going, and it will never get deadlocked. we are already past 2000 transactions. So I think this is good enough to convince you that we have resolved the deadlock issue.